It's the second day of the pairs, so this might be part of the first video. You'll find out. It's either welcome everyone to the second video or welcome everyone to the second part of the first video, so who knows. We're walking in and there's Matt. He just caught in a snowstorm on the way to the supermarket. You can see fresh snow everywhere, and it was bad enough that the locals were taking pictures of how bad it was, and Matt didn't realise. And it's his first official snowstorm. Where he's from, he doesn't really get snow. I won't be able to show you this very well, but this is Rainbow Road, and obviously it's been snowed under a bit, but there's basically you can sort of see it down the bottom. You've got like a road that's done in I think it's just the pride flag. I think it's 6-colour rainbow. So it's nice. This is that kind of, I wouldn't say quaint, it's just, for a capital city it feels a bit, low-key, given I've, been to London and been to New York and stuff. So we're walking to the venue now. We're currently in 23rd, excuse the hair, it's just going mad. We're currently in 23rd out of 160 odd pairs, with a score of 57%. The last round I thought was a bit better than it was, and we just basically stayed where we were rather than going up or down. So we had an above average round, but not by enough to move up the table. So leading scores about 63% or something. We just walked into the venue. It's about 10 minutes from our massive Airbnb. They did a really good job of disguising the size of the place we've booked. They took photos from all sorts of different angles, and Matt thought he was getting like a double room with a lounge. And whoops, we've just got a single room with no lounge, so we're both sleeping in the same room, but it's fine. So I just slipped there, so we're going to be careful. I'm going to put the camera away now, because I don't want to injure myself in a phone crunch or something like that. I definitely have not bought the right shoes or gear for this. I haven't bought a jumper, so I don't feel it's too bad, but obviously you've got to be careful, I suppose. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. So you can see people milling around at the scores. Time to move for the next round. I'll give you a quick bidding problem. You have ace queen fourth, ace king x, king jack 10 to 6 void, and they don't interfere. So you open a diamond, partner bids 1 heart, which is your ace king third. We play 2 spades here as a balanced 18 to 19 with 4 hearts, so I can't bid 2 spades as a reverse. So I bid 1 spade, and 1 spade can be quite good, and then partner bids 1n, and it gets to me, what do we do now? Well, I've got this void club, I don't really want to play no trumps, especially when I've got 3-card heart support, so it's a choice between whether you bid 2 hearts or 3 hearts, I think. And 2 hearts should show extras. If you just had a 3-card heart support and an unbalanced hand, you could have bid 2 hearts over 1 heart. So when you bid 1 spade or another suit first and then show your 3-card heart support, you're generally showing a better hand, like 14 or 15 plus, thereabouts. But I'm pretty good. I've got a void and a 6-card suit or something, so I could bid 3 hearts. There's an argument for doing that as well. So what do? I elected to, on the actual hand, I elected to only bid 2. Partner can bid 2n and I'd raise that to 3. 2n must be at least like an invite with only 4 hearts or something like that, so I would raise that to 3. And I decided I didn't want to kind of punish partner for responding 1 heart light, so if partner's got like jack to 5 hearts and the king of clubs and not much else or something like that. So, and we're playing match points, so you don't really want to be getting to thin games going off because they just score really poorly in a field like this. So I elected to only bid 2 hearts, and partner is borderline for inviting, and again for the same reason, it's match points and he's balanced and flat, and his king queen jack x of clubs don't look great opposite a singleton necessarily. He passed, but obviously 3n makes, and the fact that Matt made 11 tricks in hearts, because everything's splitting diamonds are 3-3 with both honours on side, and hearts are 3-3, and the king of spades is on side. So it's one of those hands that if we'd have overbid, we'd have been rewarded because all the games make. But we both elected, me especially, I'm very good for 2 hearts. I'm about as good as I can be, I think. And maybe with the 9 of diamonds, that might all be it. The 9 of diamonds giving me a much more solid diamond set opposite a singleton. Maybe I would have bid 3 hearts. But I didn't, and so we didn't score very well on the board. So we've got like 7 or 8 rounds to go after the break. We're on the break now. We're wandering to Subway. Things are expensive in Iceland, aren't they, Matt?
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a £20 fish and chips last night, which each, yeah. which wasn't bad. It wasn't good British fish and chips, so it was fine. So we just stopped off for some Subway, classic Icelandic food there, and we are. We've been basically. Matt thinks we've been dealt like a 45% set in terms of just being sat the wrong way for games and slams. We made a good 650. We did well to bid our game, and we got 30% for it because people are letting through 12 or going for 800 or something, and they didn't against us. They made us kind of, we could have got 500. So. Yeah, we've not done the best. I've made a couple of mistakes. I've been a bit passive over 4 minor, and I've passed 4 minor when we can make 5 a few times, so not the best. I'm going to give you a hand that Matt did well on. His hand was, and he will correct me for this, he's got something like ace queen 5th, ace 3rd, 3 to the 10, stiff king. You've got 6 spades, have you? Ace queen jack to 6, ace 3rd, 10 3rd, stiff king. And this is your hand, and you hear your partner open 1 diamond, which is better minor. It'll only be 3 diamonds when he's 4 4 3 2. And then the hand on your right bids a weak 2 hearts. So you bid 2 spades, or Matt bid 2 spades. And the hand on your left bids 3 clubs. Your partner bids 3 spades, which might only be 3 because you've promised 5. And the hand on your right bids 4 clubs, coming to you. So partner's open a diamond, you've shown your spades, they've bid hearts on your right, and then they've bid and supported clubs. And the colours are, we're red. So over 4 clubs, Matt made a great bid. He bid 4 hearts, which he's not really looking for a slam. If I can only bid 3 spades, I could have jumped to 4 with a slam, a hand that could make a slam or something. So I've only bid 3 spades, and Matt knows that at these colours they're likely to bid 5 clubs enough of the time that I'm going to have a guess over 5 clubs. So he bid 4 hearts, and they bid 5 clubs, and I'm going to show the whole hand now. My hand's just a weak no chump, but I've got king X of hearts, so if I don't hear this 4 heart bid from Matt, I have a really difficult decision as to whether to take the penalty in 5 clubs or whether to try and bid 5 spades. And with king X of hearts potentially poorly placed, who knows what's going to happen. But when Matt's able to bid 4 hearts, this must be the ace because they haven't bid and supported hearts, so Matt can't be showing a singleton or something. So my king of hearts just gets full value now. I know partner's got the ace of hearts. I know partner's going to have good spades now, and I know partner's going to have short clubs. So 5 spades was very easy for me to bid. I was actually considering, once Matt's bid 4 hearts, whether to Q-bid. But I don't think I'm good enough. I think I've just got a weak no chump. My king of hearts is now worth full value, so 5 spades is easy. And obviously if we double 5 clubs we get 500 or so, so 650 is much better, but this is the one I was saying earlier, we got 30%, but if we get 500 we get like 15% or something. So errors have been made. We could have scored over 50% if we took the errors out, but in terms of being sat the wrong way on certain key deals this afternoon, in terms of people bidding slams against us that we can't touch, people bidding games against us that we can't touch, and we get 40% on each of these boards, because in such a big field there's going to be some variance somewhere else, and when they do the best they can do, we can't really get to 50% enough of the time. So difficult, but it's one of the downsides in pairs. The best pair doesn't always win, and the 18th best pair or whatever we are is struggling near, we're falling down towards halfway at the moment. So we've got 8 more sets to go, and we're just going to enjoy our Subway and then come back for the last set in about an hour's time. So we come back just after lunch, and we sit down, and I think we had a good round. We'll see how it scores. We missed 1 game, but the other 3 felt decent. You pick up the following hand. Excellent, lots of distribution. Jack 3rd, King 3rd, sorry, Jack 4th, King 3rd, 3 low. And everyone's vulnerable, and you hear it go a mini no trump or some sort of like 11 to 13. It's 10 to 12 or 11 to 13, I can't remember. It's like mini-ish no trump on your right. So you pass, and it goes pass, and then your partner doubles, and we play penalty doubles of all no trumps. So this goes pass on your right, which was alerted as something. So they're going to start wriggling. So here, well, for various reasons, you're just going to pass. You're happy to defend 1 no trump doubled or redoubled or whatever they're going to go to. You've got a 7 count and partner's done a penalty double, so you've got the balance of the points. But more importantly, if you had like a good hand with a good suit, you again would pass and you would bid later. If you've got a weak hand, you would pull straight away. So here, if I had a weak hand with 5 diamonds or 5 something, I would pull. So I passed to show either a balanced pile of rubbish or interest in penalising. And if I have a good hand, I'm just going to bid my suit later. So they go 2 clubs on my... redouble on my left, pass 2 clubs. So this is a situation, and again, I think in match points it's more important to kind of nail this down. We play the first double as values, and the second double is takeout, and the third double is penalty. So match shown values. So my doubles now are takeout. If I pass, I think we're forcing passes to 2 hearts. So I can pass and let Matt do a takeout double, or I can take a double myself. So what I did, I haven't really got a takeout double, and I haven't really got a penalty double. What do? If I pass this and Matt does a takeout double, I sort of have to pass, because otherwise I've let them off the hook. And we don't want to do that. So I elected to treat my hand as a takeout of clubs, but a penalty of the rest. I'm happy to double spades, I've got 4 of them. I'm happy to double either red suit. If they've got like a balanced wriggle and everyone's got a balanced hand, I'm happy to defend if they get to a 7 or 8 card red suit fit with king third in both. So I treat it as a takeout of clubs, and I double for takeout. This goes pass 2 diamonds. I double for penalties. This goes pass 2 hearts. I double for penalties. They're doing something. They're basically trying their hardest to get out, to not get doubled, because they're vulnerable. And any amount of under tricks gives us a top, probably, because we've not got. I don't think we've got game on. And if we have got game on, we're probably getting 500 or 800 here. So I'll show you the full hand anyway. We took 2 hearts, 1 off. Thankfully, they've got a 4-3 diamond fit, and we have 3 cashing diamonds. But I led a heart trick 1. Even though they've got an 8 card fit, we get the magical plus 200 for pairs. And it's one of those hands here. You've got to treat, when they start wriggling like this, you've got to treat your hand as takeouts of certain suits and penalties of others. And I decided to show takeout of clubs and penalties of the rest, and it worked. If you kind of and ah and not sure, and you pass because you haven't got a takeout, and then when partner doubles you pull it because you haven't got a penalty, you've got to decide you've got one of the other. And so I kind of categorised my suits as takeout a penalty, and thankfully we got plus 200. Some people our way got to like 3N going off, or if they get to like 1N our way making like 120 or 90 or something, we're just going to beat those people. So it feels like that's going to be a really good board, because most people aren't opening a mini no trump. So I fished a trick in defence. My partner didn't think ace jack to 6 was a good enough hand to penalty double 3 clubs when I'd opened the bidding. We need to get him involved in some when doubles are penalties sort of thing. Anyway, it went 4 off anyway, so we're going to get a good board for that. But you pick up the following hand. You've got ace king X, queen jack tie, king third, king jack to 5, and your partner opens 1 heart. So we're playing 2 over 1, so I can be 2 clubs game forcing, and this is the first time it's come up this weekend. 2 over 1 doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't come up often enough at a pairs event to justify warping a lot of your other system, but I play it anyway because most people play it nowadays. I prefer ACOL at pairs. And I bid 2 clubs, and then partner bids 3 clubs, which should show 4. What are you going to do now? You've got a 17 count, partner is unlimited. They haven't splintered over 3 clubs, so they're possibly going to be a weak no trump more often than not, but they could be something like 2-5, 2-4 strong, 17 and decided to open a heart, something like that. So for various reasons I decided to bid 4N as quantitative saying. I've got a mild slam try. I've got a balanced hand as well as get your clubs. I haven't got 3 hearts, and I'm interested in slam if you're non-minimum. So it's effectively quantitative. If you want to force clubs and have 4N be key card, you just bid 4 clubs here, which in our system we've said 4 clubs in when we're not in competition is just a slam try, please start cubiting sort of thing. So I bid 4N, and over 4N partner bids 5N. So I think this is my first decision in the hand, really. I mean, 2 clubs is obvious, 4N was probably fine. And partner bids 5N, and 5N in our circle of the world is pick a slam. So partner's accepted the slam try, and he says, I want to be in slam, but I don't know which one. So this is effectively an offer between 6 clubs and 6N, or maybe 6 hearts. There's a chance of it. If I offer 6 hearts, he might pass it, but obviously sometimes when I offer 6 hearts, he'll correct that to 6N anyway. So what are you doing? Well, the first thing you think, you can go, oh, it's pairs. I'm just going to bid 6M because it scores better. Well, what you probably want to do is get to the best slam here. It's not clear that everyone's going to get to slam. If partner's open 11, well, you won't have 11, but if partner has got a light hand for their 5N bid or something like that, you need to just get to the best slam. And how good is 6M going to be? Well, all partner needs is a 10 of hearts. If partner's got like the 10 of hearts in addition to some other stuff, 6N's probably going to be scoring really well. You might need just hearts to break or clubs to break to make 12 tricks and some things anywhere. Partner has got no spade control, so partner's certainly going to have the ace of diamonds. I think if partner had no spade or diamond control, they wouldn't offer a slam. They'd just bid 6 clubs themselves or pass 4N. So you'd think partner's going to have the ace of diamonds, one of the ace king of hearts, and one or both of the ace queen of clubs. That's the sort of hand you're expecting enough of the time, maybe some sort of 14 count with some of those cards. And I think on any hand where partner's got the 10 of hearts or hearts of 3-3, 6N's just going to be superior, so I bid 6M. That was not the case, but I managed to make it anyway. You needed to pick the clubs or the hearts up and then take the diamond finesse, but if both suits are coming in, you don't need the diamond finesse, so there's the full hand. So that's our first slam we've bid and made this weekend, so we'll take it. It will be pretty good because we've only got combined 13. There's going to be quite a lot of people not in slam. So I'm just going to show you behind the scenes. This is the room with the caddies waiting, and this is how organised you need to be. There's a lot of people sat there with all these different coloured boards, and for whatever reason I don't quite understand, they're all like staggered in colours, so when you get your boards on the table, all different colours. But this is the behind the scenes area, and they've been really organised. And this I'm really impressed with. Now, apparently this is common in Europe, but this I'm really impressed with. Just this, you come out and these are the boards from the round previous, so we can see instantly how we've done and what percentage, what match points we get. Not necessarily the percentage we got, but just how good and bad our boards are from the previous set, and then tells you where you're going next and shows the leaders each round. Very impressed with that. So we just don't get that in the Britain. Matt had 9 hearts and 4 losers outside and made it. That was good. I provided no tricks and he made his 7 of clubs. So well done, Matt, for not giving up there. He didn't just claim one off at trick ones. That's good. There's Danrak. Hi, Danrak. He's our Cockwood's teammate, and there's Ewan, and they were just playing at table 4, so keep it up, boys, keep it up. So we've got about 3 sets to go, and Matt and I are up to 8th, way behind Ewan McNay, who's in 2nd. Hi, Ewan. So Ewan's in 2nd at the moment. He's just been on Viewgraph. I think he's now going to table 2 to play someone else. We're playing Michael Byrne and Kieran Dyke yet. Matt and I both got to some 6Ns where we can make extra tricks on squeezes, so we set the squeeze up and neither squeeze comes in. Sadly, Matt's was for 12 and so made 11, and mine was for 13 and I made 12, but I could have taken a finesse. So I'm happy with the way I played the hand. I give myself the best chance, but there's always a double guess on the clubs, but I played for the squeeze instead, so I'm not going to take the finesse because it risks going off, and they do defend well, so not too many interesting hands necessarily. We've been catching a few people in, like, I think 3 times over this event. We've caught them in 2 major or 3 major, and it's gone 1 or 2 off, doubled. So that feels pretty good. We're being a bit tighter than last time we played together when we didn't have penalty doubles available to us. And there was a situation on the last round where I doubled it goes a club, a spade, a no trump, and it's me to bid fourth seat. And double's usually not penalty, not takeout from me here. So normally this would be penalties. So I doubled because I had a takeout double, and Matt says takeout. I'm like, yes. But yeah, for me, I think most partnerships I would play that as penalties. Matt says takeout doubles everywhere, and it's one of the reasons why we're finding it a bit potentially harder to catch people. So when we do catch them, I'm a bit prouder. I think long-term takeout doubles everywhere is better than penalty doubles in half the spots or something, so you just need to be a bit more aggressive in takeout doubles and not punish partner when they're in a position where they might be doubling light. But yeah, so we've got about 4 sets to go. I think prizes go down to top 10, so we'll see, but we're playing a tougher pair than the last few pairs we're in just in a sec. So this was a hand from one of our later matches of the day. This is Matt's position. Matt is south in the defence to 4 hearts. So it goes a club pass, a heart to you, and you've got this hand with 4-7 in spades and diamonds. You bid 2 diamonds. You've got way too many more diamonds to try and show both suits, and the odds that you're going to outcompete them aren't great when partner hasn't potentially made an action over a club. They jumped to 3 clubs. You're probably done now, given you're vulnerable. Goes 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 4 hearts, and You're on lead, and you lead the ace of diamonds. Our agreement is to overlead, so you've got no option to lead the king. You can't try and find out how many partners got or anything. So the reason behind that is partner will encourage with doubletons when you lead the ace, because they know you've got the king in theory. So when partner's got 3 low, they're going to be discouraging or something like that without the queen or thereabouts. So you lead the ace of diamonds and trick 1 goes a small. And so you can see dummy's got a stack of clubs. You can see that although partner might have the king of spades, a spade switch won't do enough good unless partner's also got a trump trick, which is very unlikely, I think. Over 3 clubs, East could have passed, and East has made a move with 3 diamonds, looking for 3N. So East is going to have like a 10 count or better. So you're probably not going to beat this, and it's match points. You need to be getting as many tricks as you can, and you've got a couple of options. You can just try and cash 2 diamonds. Hopefully partner is going to follow to the next diamond. You again talk earlier. Once you've led the ace of diamonds, partner's played the lowest outstanding diamond, the 5, and you're missing the 8 and jack of the other diamonds. So from jack 8 5, they would have discouraged. So you know partner hasn't got 3, and so there are 3 possibilities for partner's diamond suits here. Partner could have jack 5 doubleton, they could have 8 5 doubleton, or they could just have a singleton 5. And on the basis that your partner should be encouraging whenever they've got 2 diamonds here, regardless of whether they can overruff dummy or not, potentially, they should just be encouraging with 2 diamonds when you lead the ace, because you're going to have ace king most often than not. Of the 3 combinations partner can have, 2 of them are good for you. 2 of the combinations partner can have, jack 5 doubleton and 5 singleton, give partner an entry to their hand. So what Matt did at trick 2, he went with the odds. He just played that I didn't have 8-5 doubleton specifically, and he underled his diamond. It's an easy thing to see in books. It's hard to do at the table because obviously you've got a lot of nerves and it might go wrong. And what happened was I showed out. I was able to rough this, and it was quite easy for me to find the switch. I had 6 clubs. So I was able to find the club switch, and I led the 2 of clubs back because I still have another trump. I have the ability to potentially cause dummy to have high or something like that. Matt played another diamond, declare over with the jack and claimed. So declare made 10 tricks, but it was a pretty good board for us. Most people are making 11 tricks. People are just cashing 2 rounds of diamonds and hoping that partner's got the club stop. But you can see declare has just got enough tricks. Their heart suit's pretty good. They're able to rough a diamond and a spade in dummy and throw some stuff on the club. So the under lead of the diamond was necessary to keep it to 10, and that gained us some valuable match points. So well done, Matt. So we're done. We're going to be teetering on the edges of the prizes probably. We're 17th with what I think is a decent last round to go, and the prizes go to top 10, so we'll see. Probably not. To finish with then, so we're going to be back tomorrow to play with Zach and Ewan, and Zach and Ewan are currently 6th going into the last round, so they've been up there the whole time really, other than the very first round where they lost. They've then been at the top for the very, very hard, so hopefully they're in good form tomorrow. I'll leave you with this one hand. My hand was king empty to 5, 3 low, 4 low, stiff, brilliant hand. And the open, your partner doesn't bid, and the bidding goes 2 clubs on your right, which is precision, 6 plus clubs, some number of things. 2 diamonds on your left, asking, 3 clubs minimum, 3 hearts on your left, natural and forcing, 5 card suit. 4 clubs on your right, still minimum, but probably minimum. 5 clubs on your left. So the hand on your right is just shown clubs and no heart support, and the hand on your left has shown 5 hearts and what looks like a game-going hand opposite this thing. So you, to lead at trick 1, what are you doing? You could lead a trump, you could lead a heart, you could lead a spade, you could lead a diamond, I don't know. So I elected to make an attacking lead of a spade. There's a chance that they could have bid 3N. Both hands could have bid 3N if they thought it was there, which means one or the other is probably looking at a weak holding in either spades or diamonds. I think if one hand was just balanced, they'd bid 3N. So if one hand's missing spades and the other hand's missing spades, spades is the suit that's most likely that we've got multiple cashing tricks. So Matt could have the ace of diamonds, Matt could have the ace of spades. When Matt's got the ace of spades, we're getting 2 spade tricks. Or more maybe if he's got a doubleton or something. So I elected to lead a spade. I don't know if that's right. I think it might be the first time I've led away from the king the whole weekend in like an unbid suit. And the full hand was like this. Matt has the ace of spades, ace doubleton, we cash 2 spades and Matt makes a club trick. If I don't lead a spade at trick 1, it goes away. Even if I lead a club at trick 1, they can still go up with the ace of clubs and pitch their spades away before we get them. So that worked out to be really well. The judgment there, that neither hand looked for 3N might mean one of the suits is open, and from your hand it looks like it's spades, so that's what I led there. Here's the man.
Cheers.
Cheers. I will get a beer and cheers him in a second. So Ewan, good last round, Ewan?
No.
Okay. So Ewan might cling on to top 10 and some prize money, but
we think we are 6th with the updated scores too.
Okay, they think they're 6th. That's really good. So we'll see that. So we'll be back tomorrow for some more bridge. So look out YouTube for more bridge later in the day. And it's a 2-day. My guess is going to be close to another 20 rounds of Swiss teams, I think. So maybe not 20 rounds. There'll be 8 board matches, will they? I actually don't know, but we'll be back tomorrow. We'll tell you the format tomorrow. So like this video, subscribe, please. Let people know they're here. We've got some great recurring guests, comedic recurring guests. There's one of them there. So yeah, please say nice things and stuff, and I will see you in the next video.